I've got 2 little girls. They like to fight with each other, they like to play, and it's kind of neat seeing them grow up, and it's unreal. I would not want them to go through me not being around. You know, I get up at 4 a.m., do my thing, and I'm on the road by 5 a.m.
My day begins at about 6 o'clock in the morning. I get up, I have breakfast. I love my job. I've never used an alarm clock in the 27 years that I've been on this job.
I was born in Dublin, Ireland, and it rained there a lot. I prefer sunny days.
I make my breakfast, get ready for work. I am a forklift operator. Usually first thing in the morning, we are loading trucks.
My job entails dealing with the drivers, dealing with the concrete plants.
I test material to make sure it's appropriate for every project, from building a road to building a house to building a school. Pretty much every time you look around, you're seeing something that we touched on.
My favorite thing to do is to walk around the sites. I love it. I'm a neat freak. I like clean trucks. I like neat yards. If you can see that when you walk on, we're also safe. Are you testing airs and slums?
When production's on, there's moving equipment, overhead cranes, forklifts, automated equipment, which is unforgiving. It's programmed. It doesn't know if it's hitting you. So yeah, every day. I mean, from slips and trips, oil on the ground, that sort of thing.
Yeah, from the moment we walk onto the job site, there's hazards everywhere around you. From the second we get into our vehicles and enter the compound, we make sure we have all our safety gear on. Whether it be a loader, whether you're working on the dredge, working around some of the heavy machinery there, some of these things make people look like dwarves. They're 3-4 times bigger than you.
Our machines are very big and they could cause a lot of damage. Safety matters very much in what I do. It's something we have to think about all the time. We always have to be on our toes because it is a dangerous job.
Safety used to be something we talked about and we didn't do.
I had an accident in a mixer drum where a 300-pound piece of concrete landed on my shoulder, and I thought, like, my arm went numb. I thought for sure it was broken.
I think we'd only been on 2 or 3 dates and my heart sank when I heard, and I rushed to the hospital, and he was surprised that I was even there, so.
1 foot over would have hit me in the head for sure, and it would have killed me instantly. I would have dropped to the ground, hit the fin, and I would have been dead. There really was no safety back then. Like, as long as you wore a hard hat, safety glasses, and rubber gloves, you were good to go.
Now everybody does it. Safety has become the #1 topic in our company.
Every time you do anything here, the first step to think about is how are you going to do it and not get injured.
Every morning we fill out our FLHAs. We have a checklist on the back, and then we do our hazard assessment of our work areas. Well, it just makes me think there is hazards out there and to be aware of them.
The young guys that are coming up, they're smarter than we were. They understand it's about quality of life.
How's the muscles doing, Derek? Yeah? Hurt a little bit. Still stiff?
The mature driver that's been here for 10 or 12 years, you know, he's the guy that we really have to pay attention to the most.
They're the guys who are hard to convert. They'll still take the odd chance because that's the way we've done it for years. I'd feel terrible if something happened. We did have a major incident a couple, 3 years ago, and it hasn't left a lot of the guys still. He was one of those guys, a go-getter, do anything for you, work long hours, and unfortunately, he had hooked up with a crane to this large pipe, and they were taking it out of the form and to place it on the ground, and ended up falling off the crane. It hit him. Thank God it knocked him back, but it did land on his leg. Basically took his leg off right there. I was the first one to get to the hospital when we were allowed to go see him. The first person I met was his wife sitting out in the hallway, and she just broke down. Arms around me, crying, just devastated. Because the only thing going through her head at the time is not only what her husband's going through, but what's our future? 3 little kids. This was over 2 years ago, and he's still learning how to walk on a prosthetic. He's, as you can imagine, had mental issues as well. It affected his kids. It's affected his wife, their whole way of life. And it will be ongoing. forever. It's not just like you get a cut, you get stitches or put a Band-Aid on it, and your life continues on the same. Incidents in this business are serious. It's a fact that when something serious happens, it's going to change a lot of people's lives. Guys will, forget, put their glasses around their neck and just totally forget about it. That's where having their back comes in. You're not there to reprimand them. You just say, hey, your glasses, dude, and they'll throw their glasses back on. I really do take pride in making sure they're doing things safely, to make sure that they do go home to their wives and their children the way they came to work. So Lehigh Hansen has a slogan. It's called Zero Harm, and it's throughout the company, and that's what we believe in.
We never heard that term before, and we thought, wow, that's great, zero harm. Can it be accomplished?
I think we are achieving that goal. The Cardinal rules lay it out.
Well, do I care about safety? Immensely, yeah. If at the end of the day, I kill somebody, that's going to be tough. I can't live with that.
When my husband picks up my daughters and holds them and they say, Daddy, and their eyes light up and his face lights up when he sees them, that's my world.